Now we're going to move to the thing that students should do and the thing that students should not do to while writing the persuasive essay or while writing the opinion essay. Let's see it together here. Alright, let's go for the first thing, which is the thing that you have to do. You have to divide your essay into 3 or 4 body paragraphs. If you would like to write 5 body paragraphs, it's an optional for you, but it should not be less than 3 body paragraphs. Why? Because what I can see that all my students, they already go to the category that I'm going to write the introduction for you, and I'm going to collect all the reasons or all the details in one paragraph. It's so wrong, because what I noticed in the previous quarters, that you are writing a paragraph with a length of a page, which is this is not a paragraph. The paragraph is half a page. It's like 7 or 8 lines maximum for every paragraph, and you have to stop and move to the new idea with another paragraph. Because if I have 5 reasons, and every reasons I have details for this, so 1 reason for a paragraph, the 2nd reason in 1 paragraph, let's say the 3rd and the 4th reason in a paragraph, and 1 reason in another paragraph. Why? To give yourself the space to think about details and facts and examples to support your claim or to support the reason that you have mentioned. Again, for the thing that you have to do, have a thesis statement in your introduction. For the opinion essay or the persuasive essay, or afterwards inshallah the argumentative essay, you are not allowed to end your introduction without a thesis statement. How come you're going to start writing your body without telling me in the introduction, by the end of the introduction specifically, that I am against or I am for, and I'm going to write about so and so and so and so. So let's say that I'm going to write about junk food, as we have said in the previous video. So at the beginning, I'm going to start my topic sentence, and I'm going to teach you how to use many types of the topic sentence. And then let's move to the background, like I'm going to talk about junk food in general, the types of junk food, the history of junk food, the restaurants that support junk food, and so. And by the end of my introduction, I'm going to give you my thesis statement, in which I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to expose in my body. Like if I'm going to end my introduction by saying junk food is a one-way ticket to death, in which it destroys your body, your mind health, yes, your mental health, yes, let's say mental health, and your social lifestyle. So by this thesis statement, my students or my readers will know that Sarah, through the body paragraphs, will write about how junk food destroy the body, how junk food destroy the mental health, and how junk food will affect her mood while dealing with people. I give them the track, or I give them the road I will use in my essay. I give them the key to my essay. Like they are sure now, even without a start writing, that she is going to write about how it destroys the body, the diseases that the junk food causes, and how it already causes problems and psychological problems with people, and how it affects your mood, and so and so and so. Don't ever let your introduction without a thesis statement. Every introduction, every intro, it has to end with what? It has to end with thesis statement, which is your opinion or your claim in which you're going to use. Come up with 3 main points to support your argument. If I'm going to write about junk food, don't tell me that I'm going to say that junk food it causes overweight and it makes you depressed all the time. That's it. That's the 2 reasons that I have. Definitely, this is very weak. The more reasons you are bringing, the more claims you are bringing with their evidence and details, the more you're making your essay perfect. The more your essay is professional, the more you are attracting your readers, and you are telling your teacher to give you good mark in that essay. Have a conclusion that has a clincher statement. It's very important and very vivid at the same time to sum up the whole idea that you have mentioned, whether in the introduction, the body 1, 2, and 3, and so, and collect them in one thing which is called the conclusion. And it's preferable to use a clincher statement. What do you mean by clincher statement? It means like something catchy, like something it will make them wonder. It will make it has a suspense, and so don't make your conclusion so boring and redundant. Please try to make your conclusion like the introduction. I would like to attract or hook my readers from A to Z, and definitely, please, you have to think about catchy title. Like Miss Sarah said, that I have to write a full essay about junk food and how junk food is harmful. So the persuasive or the title is going to be junk food. Definitely, this is so boring, this is redundant, and it's not even a title that indicates what you're going to say. But let's say that the sweet poison, colon, junk food. Definitely, this is a stronger one. In that case, I'm telling my reader that I'm going to talk against junk food, and I'm trying to catch their eyes to continue my essay. So please, you have to avoid boring and redundant titles and think about titles that they are catchy, and so this for the thing that you have to do in your own persuasive essay. Let's go for the thing that you should not do. For the things that you should not do in a persuasive essay, definitely I shouldn't say this. This is techniques, or this is steps for someone in grade 4 or 3, but there is no problem, it's okay. We have to repeat what we have said already to stick the ideas in your mind. Don't begin with hello, my name is, and I'm going to write about. I have seen so many students from your class, while they are starting their essay, they sound like, my name is blah blah blah, and I'm going to talk today about blah blah blah. For real? This is not, you're not going to talk to people in the theater. You're going to write an essay, which means never show them yourself. If you're going to write, you have to tell them your opinion without saying that this is your opinion. Don't say, in my opinion, I think. Never do this. I can tell people that I'm against junk food without saying that my name is Sarah and I'm going to write an essay for you right now to tell you the harmful effects of the junk food. Why you're going to say this? This is so wrong. You should not already reveal yourself by I, and I think, in my opinion, my name is, and I'm going to write about why. And inshallah, I'm going to show you an essay. It has a lot of mistakes, and we are going to discuss these mistakes together. Don't be wishy-washy, pick a side, which means don't be neutral. You are writing a persuasive essay against junk food, so don't be like a wishy-washy person. You don't be like a sneaky person. I'm going to write about the advantage of junk food, and I'm going to write about how junk food is good. In which side are you? This is opinion essay, which means you have one side and you have to stick to your side. You have to be decisive. You are with or against. That's it. There is nothing between. Because something between, it can be for the argumentative essay. But the difference between the argumentative essay and the persuasive essay is that in the persuasive essay, you have only one side. You are supporting one side, not the other. Don't forget to support your opinions with facts and examples. And this is my very important criteria. Like, you're going to write about junk food, and you're gonna say that junk food destroys the body, and you stop. Could you please give us facts? Could you please give us examples about how it destroys the body? Could you please give us details or background situations to support this? Statistics? Could you please give us evidence from other books and so? No, but I know that junk food destroys our body. If you're going to bring reasons without supporting them with facts, examples, details, or statistics, it's very weak. It's not going to be considered anymore. Now let's go and see the introduction and how to write the introduction. As we have said previously, that the introduction is divided into 3 parts. The first one is your hook or the topic sentence in which you're going to write for your readers. The second part is the background, or as I can say, the narrowing down, in which you write the history of the topic, the types of the thing that you're going to mention in the topics, and so. And you're going to end your introduction by the thesis statement. So again, what are the 3 criteria for the introduction? 1, the hook, in which is the topic sentence, and number 2 is let's say narrowing down. And for the narrowing down, I would like to tell you that if you would like to write the history of it, if you would like to write types of it, like for the junk food and so, go ahead. There is no place for writing the word narrowing, but narrow, yani this is for narrow something down. And the last thing in the introduction, which is the last part of it, is the thesis statement, which is your claim. It has to be precise, and so and so and so. We're going to explain it in detail, the thesis statement. For the introduction, you have so many types of the introduction. I can start my introduction by anecdote or scenario. I can start by a quotation. I can start by a question, a rhetorical question. I can start by a fact or statistics. I have so many types for the hook or the topic sentence. I can say, have you ever, and then, what do you think of, what if, or this is for questions. For the quote, I can say, a wise man once said, or Shakespeare once said, or whatever the author, or whatever you have, a writer that you really like, you can bring his status and so, you can start with it. I can start by a scenario or anecdote, which means 2 years ago, blah 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 blah, a short story in 3 or 4 lines. And or I can start by statistics, like in 1993 1 million people have died because of eating blah 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 that contains poison, that contains expired dates, and so and so and so. So we have so many types for the hook. You can start your hook to grab your audience, to get their attention, to start and continue reading your essay. Good strategies used in introductions, as we said, the anecdote or the scenario, in which the writer provides a personal experience or made-up situation to introduce a position. I'm writing about junk food, so I would like to start by the scenario or the anecdote method. So I'm going to start by saying, 2 weeks ago, my friend and I were invited to the opening ceremony for a burger shop or a burger restaurant, and when we went there, we have eaten dozens of sandwiches, and by the end my friend went to the hospital because she has been poisoned. The burger was expired, and so and so. So this is a way to start my essay to write about junk food. In 3 or 4 lines, I give you a scenario about a situation that happened to me or to someone before introducing that junk food is harmful, and so. I can have another method, which is the questioning. So the first method is scenario, the second method is questioning, and so. What do I mean by questioning? I can say, what do you think of, have you ever imagined that junk food sandwich contains like 2,000 pounds or 2,000 carbohydrates that already invade your body? That's a way for the question. Or I can start by interesting fact or statistics. As I said, in 1993, a scientist discovered that the French fry that is made in McDonald's cannot be diagnosed, or it cannot be analyzed or examined for like 2 weeks, even in your digestive system, and so. So in that case, I'm already attracting my readers with a fact or statistics that happened previously to grab their attention. Let's take a look with examples. So For to starting with a question or a riddle, which means I give them a question, I give them a puzzle, I give them a riddle to give suspense, to make the reader would like to continue, to know exactly what you mean, to know exactly what do you want from him, to already integrate or provoke his mind. You are trying to attract or grab your readers. How? What's plain and boring? What makes all the students in a school building look the same and lose their individuality? If you guessed uniforms, you are correct. So here, he started by a way to talk about the uniform. Did he say that uniform has been established, or it's a way to establish in schools since blah blah blah? This is a way for the fact or statistics. Another way, have you ever imagined that you're not going to the school with the same style or the same dress code as your friend? This is a question. I can say with the quote, you will not come to the school if you are not going to stick to your own uniform. That statement or that quote has been said by Miss Sarah. It's about uniform, and then you have to start writing about uniform, the disadvantage, for example, of the uniform. Here he started by a riddle, by a puzzle to attract his reader that he's going to write about uniforms, and then he's going to talk about uniforms, whether in good thing and bad thing. But what do you think? In that way, is he with or against plain, boring, I will lose my individuality or to be special? So definitely he is against uniform. And so you could begin, as I said, with the strongest statement. How come you're gonna start by strongest statement? Not this way. We're talking about fast food or junk food. He started by a statement as a fact or statistics. Fast food consumption has risen 500% since 1970, and today reaches nearly every part of society, including some public school cafeterias. So in that case, he's starting by a fact or a statistic to grab his reader. So as I told you, you have the ultimate choice to start by a fact, your topic sentence, as a fact, statistic, quote, riddle or a puzzle, a question, rhetorical question, as you like. But the more you verify in your ways, the more you become a great writer. You could open with a quotation, as I told you here. University of Delaware professor states, advertising including television ads, billboards, and other advertising. So in that case, he's starting by a quote. It has been mentioned by the University of Delaware professor, who is a professor there, and this is a quote to start your way. You have the ultimate choice: quotation, fact, question. How you're going to attract or grab the attention of your reader to continue the essay. And then this is including toys in boxed meals. That's a quote. It has been said by that man who is a professor in Delaware University. Let's go for interesting fact. I can start by interesting fact, which means it's a fact, and it's at the same time nobody has ever heard about it before, or it's like a weird fact and so. But anyway, like the presentation, someone is going to start the presentation by a riddle and the candies to attract the attention of the audience, and someone is going to start by a short story, someone is going to start by a game, someone is going to start by facts, someone is going to start by interesting facts, and so it's your own way to grab your reader to start your own essay or to start your persuasive essay. Did you know that a typical child needs 2,000 calories for an entire day, and Burger King's Whopper with triple cheese has 1,230 calories, which means like you need almost 2,000 calories per day, and one sandwich only from Burger King's, it contains like more than half of the calories you will take during the whole day, which means it's a disaster for you. Overweight within a week or two, and so. You could open with an anecdote, as we said here. What is the anecdote? The anecdote can provide an amusing and attention-getting opening if it's short and to the point, which means it's a short story. The anecdote, as I said, it's a short story or a scenario, whether it happens to you for real, or whether you already made it up in your mind to attract or to grab your readers. Like you can say here, my hands felt sticky after pulling open the doors to Big Bobby's boisterous burger hut. The odor smelled of fried everything, which means here he's going to talk about the junk food, or to talk about the burger sandwich with a story in his mind. So you have to start by anecdote, which is a scenario, story in your mind. You have to write your topic sentence as a rhetorical question. You have to start maybe by a fact, interesting fact, which is a weird fact. You can start by a quote that has been said by someone else. You have the ultimate right to start your introduction, the topic sentence in your introduction, the way you like, as long as you successfully grab the attention of your own readers. And this is again for the facts, and you can start by a fact or statistics. You are bringing numbers, you're bringing history or dates that happened in the past. And definitely you could open with the question. Wow, the sandwich is very delicious. I'm hungry right now. How many times have you eaten fast food this month? Which means you have the right to start. Outrageous statement, which means a statement that is very odd and very weird, like fast food is killing America. Hold a second, what will happen? So you have the ultimate right to start by a weird statement, by a slogan, by an alert like wake up, you're going to kill your body with junk food. And then you have to start usually to talk about junk food and so on and so on. Next, we were going to create the thesis statement, but we are going to postpone the thesis statement to the next video because it needs more talk like the body paragraphs and so.